good morning, my friends. It's your old pal Jordan the Lion and your old pal Joster out for our morning walk. And let me tell you, we have a great day for you. If you're a chocolate chip cookie fan, you're gonna love today's vlog. Daze with Jordan the Lion begins now. So I think I mentioned yesterday in the beginning of the vlog that I actually have plans today. It's gonna be like a fun personal day. I actually have a date at Disneyland, and since I just vlogged Disneyland, I don't know that I'm gonna vlog anything, so it might be a short day. She said, hey, you can totally vlog, and there's one thing that I would kind of like to vlog because I have to work all day tomorrow, and so I'm not gonna be able to vlog at all tomorrow, so either you'll get that, what I record there, or you will get another foreign vlog. I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I just wanted to give you guys a heads up. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna go down to Sunset Boulevard, kind of right around the corner from where one of the apartments that I used to live in. The building is there, the business is no longer there, but what used to be there was, in 1975, the very first exclusively only chocolate chip cookie store opened in America. Wait, scratch that, not America, the entire world. So this dude has one of the greatest tattoos I've ever seen. Look at that. Groucho. Wow, that was a great tattoo. As soon as I saw it, I had to ask him if I could put that on camera. If you're gonna get a tattoo of a comedian, that's a great little homage to have to somebody. Well, friends, here we are. You're looking at Bossa Nova, which used to be the very first home of famous Amos. Now, famous Amos has kind of an interesting story because he actually was a man named Wally Amos who got his start as he was the first black agent at William Morris Agency. And he actually handled people like Marvin Gaye and the Temptations, and is credited as being the man who discovered, if you can believe this, Simon and Garfunkel. Now, the way he got his start in 1975 was that Wally was a guy who just loved making chocolate chip cookies. And he would actually make chocolate chip cookies for his clients and just about anybody. Whenever he would go to a set, he would bring them something like that, and people ended up really loving him. And so he got this property here with the sole intention of literally just only ever having one store, and he would hand make these cookies and sell them to the masses. And what happened was that they became so popular because of him.
Okay, listen up, cookie fiends. Now we're putting famous Amos chocolate chip cookies into Louis Sherry ice cream. You're gonna love it.
He had a great personality. He was on the cover of the boxes and the bags, and when you could find him in stores when they first got started, well, this was a fresh baked store, so you could come in here and you could basically get them fresh. And this was becoming such a hit that people all around the country would start going to their local grocery stores and requesting famous Amos cookies. And so he ended up franchising, and that's where everything kind of went wacky, is that Wally was such an interesting looking guy and such a great personality that he became the face of everything. And since he was a guy who had handled artists in his life, he knew how important the brand was and a personality and tying it all together. So Wally basically just started using his name, the famous Amos name, to franchise everything. He franchised the restaurant. When you came in here, you could buy famous Amos kazoos, cookies. He eventually got into making ice cream. You could buy hats and frisbees, and he ended up franchising it pretty much all over the world, and that ended up really becoming his downfall, was that he was such a hands-on guy that everybody that he gave a franchise to and anything that went on had to go through him. Everything, everywhere in the world. There were no promotions that could happen without him. And I actually found a pretty interesting little commercial that he does where he's standing right here and you can see all these palm trees and everything in the background.
I'm I'm on your refrigerator, I'm in your pantry, I'm in your desk drawer, I'm in a supermarket, I'm in convenience stores, I'm in department stores, I'm in service stations, I'm in airports, I'm on television. That's what makes Amos famous.
And same shape of the building. There used to be a big picture of Wally right up there on the sign. And there used to be right here like a chocolate chip cookie or whatever the new product was, because see, when he started, he actually started with what is the classic Famous Amos cookie, the small, hard, crunchy cookie. And then just because of demand and he was getting in stores, he started doing the fresh bake style and opening these stores all over the place, so then you could get the softer, bigger cookies. And like I said, that's probably where he really kind of made his mistake, because he got so involved in every part of the business that when you do something like that, you really have to have a better manager. You can't have one person managing that many different aspects as far as packaging, merchandising, getting it into the stores, distribution, just everything. It was just too much. And so he basically, his markup for this place at the time, and his markup for cookies was so small that he just wasn't making a huge profit. And then that combined with the fact that he had so many like interests that veered off of just specifically making the cookies. In 1986, he ended up getting out of the business. He ended up selling it because he claimed he was making not very much profit and was really kind of losing everything, going in debt. So he ended up selling the company, and the new people that bought Famous Amos and that now run Famous Amos, what they saw was that you had to take it back to basically square one. You had to take it back to just the cookie and putting it in a package in stores. And the first thing they did was they closed down all the franchises. And part of the problem with the franchises, honestly, was that Wally just was getting bad locations. When he would open a franchise in like Tucson, it was out of the way where nobody knew that it was there. And then he had one off Ventura that really, you know, you really had to be on Ventura or else people weren't going to go, maybe not know about it. And that was really what ended up costing him. So when the new company took over, they closed down all the fresh baked stores, and they basically closed down all the merchandising, all the cookies, and just, like I said, took it back to just being in stores, in the package, and that's the way it is now. Now, unfortunately, even though he sold his interest, sold everything, the company name in 1986, the real downside to that was that what Wally didn't realize was that he was the business, and that the cookies were great, but they didn't even really so much care about the cookie recipe. They wanted his image, they wanted the name, they wanted everything that he had brought to the Famous Amos cookie. And so unfortunately, they sued him, and as of 1989, he is not allowed to use the name Famous Amos anymore. Now, he's 80 years old, or in his 80s now, lives in Hawaii, and for the last few years, he's actually been trying to start back up his business. He can't call it Famous Amos, so he's went through various different forms of names as far as, he called it at one point the Cookie Man, at one point he called himself the Big Kahuna of cookies, and you could only get the cookies online, but he said it's the original recipe, and he's basically just starting at square one. And since that well-known Panama hat that he always wore, that straw hat, was part of the image, he's no longer allowed to wear that. Now he has a hat that's similar to that in style, but it looks like a big watermelon. So that's what made Wally Amos famous. Now it's funny, I was actually able to find a couple of interviews where he's sitting inside the store in here talking, and basically like right as soon as you walk in the door, right in that seat right there, and you can see sunset out the windows, and you can see people driving down here, and then there's but they actually used to run the whole business out of here, because I was able to find footage of business meetings and them meeting up in the back parking lot when it was still kind of rainbow painted. It had this really weird kind of mural to the bottom of the driveway. But I just thought this was such a great story, and I couldn't not share the story of Wally Amos. In the actual interview I found, he's sitting right here at this table. He's on this side being interviewed, and you can actually see that outside it.
this really super famous name. So what else can we do with it in a quality way? I mean, I don't want to prostitute the name, you know, but...
Now this truly, in a weird way, is the epitome of the American dream. A man who had an idea that nobody thought would work. In fact, at one point, people said starting up your own chocolate chip cookie business that only exclusively sold chocolate chip cookies was going to be as successful as the pet rock. But we're talking about cookies, and that's a business that had been around, well, at this point, almost 100 years, chocolate chip cookies. So Wally started something that he believed in, made it popular, made it famous, and then, much like the way things get ruined in a lot of the world, he just got in over his head. The dream became too big, and what started out as just one cookie shop that he would own and operate forever turned into a billion-dollar empire that he now not only no longer has any stake in, but can no longer even use his own name. And that's what made Amos famous. And now we have to wash the car. Well, gang, I'm about to call it a day. I think I'm about ready to head down to Orange County, and I don't know what to wear because I was gonna wear this, and just in the short amount of time that I've been outside, it's already like so hot that I think probably 2 shirts, one of them being denim, is probably not the greatest idea, even though I feel like I look pretty good in it. So I don't know, we'll figure it out. Thanks for coming and watching me today. If I decide to add anything else to this, I will. If not, that's it for us today. I hope you guys enjoyed learning and finding out about Famous Amos, the man that used to be Famous Amos, the man that's now the Cookie Kahuna, or the Cookie Man, whatever he goes by now, the man with the watermelon hat, the man with the yellow hat. It's a shame what happened, but what a great legacy it was for the legend of Famous Amos. I've been hearing about Famous Amos my whole life, and I remember being like answers to Trivial Pursuit questions when I was a kid. I never really cared for the cookies myself. I like the soft batch cookies and stuff like that, but anytime there's a history to the very first exclusive cookie store in the world, I'm gonna do it. So there you go. How Famous Amos became famous. Have a great night. Goodbye, unless I add more. Hanging out at Breck's house.
Mowing the lawn. Look at that face. Look at that tail.
That's a happy guy. He gets to hang out with Breck today while I go to Disneyland on a date. So I decided to add a couple of things to the vlog once I got down to Orange County. 2 things. I wanted to mention that I got a really great email after my live stream the other day, and it was somebody saying, Jordan, I want to give you a VIP pass to take 3 of your friends to a night at the Magic Castle. And I couldn't believe it, and I said, yeah, that'd be awesome. So he actually sent me a VIP pass. I doubt that they're gonna let me film inside, but what I think I'll do when I do that vlog eventually is I will probably go vlog the place during the day, then go have the experience, and then finish the vlog by telling you what the experience was like. So I thought that was worth mentioning. Thank you, Ken Roberts, for sending me the pass. That was so cool of you. And I also wanted to send a big birthday shout out to Jasmine. If you've seen my vlogs, you've seen 2 or 3 of them I've done. Leonard, Jasmine, and Amaya have been in the vlogs with me when they come up to Los Angeles and visit. This weekend was her birthday, and I wanted to send her a big birthday shout out. So this, theoretically, will be the end of the vlog. Have a great night. I hope you guys loved learning about Famous Amos and how Amos became famous. Good night.